One of the things that I am learning about my young, growing children, I'm not going to talk about in detail because I don't want to send them to therapy when they're older, but I'll say this.
They're going there anyways. So.
Yeah, they're heading there anyways. I'm their father. It's happening. One of the things that I have noticed recently, as I've spent a little more time, in the house and on the toilet, is that those kids are starting to speak really good Spanish with my wife. Mm-hmm. And I see this as an existential threat. A little bit, right? Because now she can say things to them that I may or may not be able to respond to or may not understand.
Right.
Now, just to be clear on where I stand with my Spanish, I took 2 years of Spanish in high school. I then spent a lot of time in Spanish-speaking countries. I have friends who speak a lot of Spanish. Their family speaks Spanish. For almost all my adult life, I have been around Spanish. And I've watched television programs in Spanish. So I understand quite a bit of Spanish. Unless someone's speaking ultra fast.
Well, right.
Or they're speaking on top of each other, which is every Spanish situation ever.
That's true.
They always are talking over each other. It's
or
amazing.
Fast, yes.
The Venezuelans will have 10 people around a table. And each person will be talking to 2 different people at the same time. And then multiple people will be having cross conversations. And they are all understanding each other.
Yeah.
It drives me fucking bananas because as an American, I want you to stop talking when I'm talking so that you can hear what I'm saying.
What?
¿Qué? 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 ¿Dónde? So I have a hard time keeping up with the conversations in the house.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people talking at one time and they're all talking over each other. And that's just the way they talk. It's just the way they do it. On the television shows, they usually talk, it's hard to do that. So they talk, one at a time.
Do you watch the telenovelas?
I have watched a number of telenovelas. Actually, Astrid and I watched one together in 2018 that I really, really loved. Yeah. I loved it. And it was on every fucking night.
Oh, yeah.
And it went on
for a Spanish soap opera.
It went on for fucking ever, right? It was 300 episodes. And we watched it and we watched every episode together. And I just loved it. Now, we haven't found one that we quite like that much together. But I loved it. I thought it was.
Do they do the same things where it's,
over and over?
Yeah. Cheating,
dying.
Yeah.
This one was about a ghost. It was 2 people.
Nico?
Nico Yeah, it was about a person, a famous CEO who died and he came back as a bodyguard, right? Like a bodyguard for the family.
Okay.
For his family, the person who just died. So he came back in this different body, but it was the CEO. So he was like a ghost inhabiting somebody else's body.
Interesting.
And then alternately, this also happened to some other people in the show, right? There was other people who also had this. And it's about how he falls in love with the wife that he has, only now he's in a much sexier, younger body.
The security guard body.
It was crazy. And there was, hot girls in small bikinis, the whole 9 yards. You get it. Lots of sensuous love scenes. Night after night, it was really the same storyline, night after night. But always you were interested because it was well acted and everyone was having a good time, right? And Astrid and I were having a good time. So we just continued to watch it night after night after night. I think she was also pregnant during that time, or maybe we had just had the baby. So it was we didn't have a lot to do except for watch this thing that came out at 9 o'clock. So I was talking to Astrid and I was saying, I see this as a threat. You're going to be able to speak to our children much more conversationally. What are you saying? And my son will be like, don't worry about it, Dad. We said this is good cheese on the tamales, right? Astrid said, you need to. I also took 2 years of Spanish with a private tutor when Astrid came here to the United States because I wanted to be able to speak to her family. And I can get around. And the more Spanish that's around, like when her family comes and spends time with us, the more I speak, the better I get. It's a practice. It's a muscle memory, right?
Yep.
But Astrid said, I've got an idea. Why don't I give you some practice for the commercial break? Why don't I give you 5 to 10 words on a piece of paper?
Okay.
And you see if you and Krissy can figure out what it means based on your limited knowledge of Spanish. Now, remember, I have basic conversational Spanish abilities to speak, and I have probably, I would call it, let's call it intermediate understanding skills.
Working knowledge.
I have a working knowledge. Like if you had a
I
conversation
took
with me.
Latin in school, so
Jesus, who the fuck takes Latin? Why would you need Latin ever in any circumstance?
well, the teacher was very, very interesting.
Was he hot? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
But I would say I need to go to the bathroom, and he would give me a pass to go to the bathroom, and I would be gone for the whole entire period, and then come back. And it would be like, hey, okay.
Hey.
Yeah, so Latin, Mr. Coleman.
Mr.
If you're listening,
Coleman.
Mr. Coleman.
I get old Mr. Coleman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I know a little bit of Italian, a little bit of Spanish. So this will be good.
Okay. You ready? So let's see if
Yeah.
we can understand some Spanish.
Okay.
Okay. The first word is L. I'm going to spell it and then we'll try and say it, right?
All right.
Lampino.
With the squiggly.
Yeah. With the accent all over the N, which is Enye, right? So
Lampino?
Lampino. Lampino. Right?
Mm-hmm. Does that mean lamp?
I'm assuming that this means either lamp or lighting, lit.
Okay.
Right? Or
okay.
alternately, it could mean something completely different.
Yeah,
like, you know,
it probably does.
I don't know, lays with the turkey or something. What is this? That's not Spanish. That's
turkey.
Native American, lays with turkey. Your name is Lampino, lays with turkey. Let's figure out what Lampino means. Should we do this together?
Yeah. Let me see.
It means hairless, someone with no hair or both. Lampino.
Lampino.
Lampino. In my days where I also learned a lot of Spanish, which was as a restaurateur,
Right.
Because we had a
with
lot of the guys in the back.
dishwashers and, yeah.
All of them, everyone,
kitchen.
everyone that was cooking your fantastic food spoke Spanish or was from Mexico or a South American country. And in some restaurants, even the head chef, right?
Yeah.
And they used to call me pelones, which meant baldy. I think it meant baldy, but then other people
okay.
have told me that it was much more
Lampino.
offensive. Yeah, Lampino and pelones do not sound anything alike. Okay. I'm going to spell this, and then we'll try and figure out how to say
Yeah.
it together here on the commercial
Yeah.
break. A-P-A-P-A-C-H-A-R. So, apapachar. Apapachar.
Papachar.
Apapachar. And I think that means one of those reclining chairs that the dad sits in at Thanksgiving.
The lazy boy.
A papa chair.
Papachar.
Either that or that is Spanish for Papa Roach the band. A papachar.
Or Blink 182.
Blink 182. A papachar.
I think it means blink.
If you think it means blink, a papachar. A papachar. And what I know of Spanish, it's not going to mean blink or sitting chair. It means to cuddle, hug, embrace, or caress. A papachar, baby.
Yes.
I just popped a char right now, if you know what I'm saying. We did not even come close on that one. Okay, all right.
No.
All right, I like this game. Let's go. Okay. E-M-P-A-L-A-G-O-S-O. Empalagoso. Empalagoso.
To drive.
I actually know what this means. No, manihar is to drive. Manihar. To drive, to go somewhere driving in a car, right? Is manihar or manejandro. I think that a papa
accent.
empalagoso. You got to say it with the accent.
You do.
Empalagoso. If you're going to be Spanish, empalagoso. Empalagoso. You got to. Yeah, they don't say their S's. They say it.
Like Ibiza.
Yeah, Ibiza. Ibiza. We're going to Ibiza.
Rachel, this
And
is for you if you're watching.
Where is Rachel? Yeah, Ibiza.
She was just in Costa Rica.
I know. She's that Rachel. She's a wild one. I'll tell you what. Yeah, she. Who knows what's going on down there?
Yep.
But our good friend Rachel McGrath was posting videos of her down in Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
She
They were
said-
amazing.
They were wonderful. They were highly entertaining. I love you, Rachel. She had a video.
She rode in like a helicopter whirly thing. Like a.
Yeah, like
Did you
one of
see
those
that?
two-seater helicopter
Yes.
things. Yeah. She had a dinner that was made by what she was calling a famous Costa Rican chef. The Costa Rican chef was in short shorts, like booty shorts, a tank top to here, was so muscly, had long hair and makeup on, and it was a man. And he was like, I'm going to make some food for you. Oh, Rachel. You know, I've got salt and peppers and all the things.
Oh, I bet it was a good dinner.
Oh my, it was a good video is what it was.
Yes. I haven't seen that one.
This is the most entertaining chef I've ever seen in my entire life. He was prancing around, just like throwing salt everywhere.
I love it.
It's perfect for Rachel. It's exactly where I imagine Rachel would
much
eat
fun.
in
She
Costa
is so
Rica.
much fun.
And Palagoso is the name of the chef that Rachel met down in
That
Costa
is
Rica.
what it is.
It's in Palagoso. Empalagoso means a hard-headed person. Someone who is stubborn. I'm not saying that's my guess. No, that's my guess.
Oh.
That's my guess. Stubborn
you knew
person.
what it meant.
Empalagoso, like you're an empalagoso. It means when something is disgustingly sweet.
Disgustingly sweet.
Disgustingly sweet. Like
Just too sweet.
like those cakes they make at Publix when they put a ton of fucking frosting on it.
Yeah.
Why do you put so much frosting on my cake?
Or the margaritas at Chili's during happy hour. So sweet.
God, give you heartburn. Empalagoso. That is impossibly sweet. Okay, ready? Chimbo. Chabo. Chimbo. Chimbo. I happen to know what chimbo means.
Well, okay.
But you take a guess.
Let's see. It means when something's too sour.
It could mean something's too sour. I think this is actually a man bimbo, like a man slut.
Oh, a chimbo.
Like a chimbo, like a fucking chimbo. You know, he's out there cheating. He's a chimbo. A chimbo. He sleeps with everybody. A chimbo. What are we, Italian? By the way, I always call my children bambinos in Spanish, and my in-laws make fun of me because they're like, that's not Spanish. Bambino. Where are you getting that? And I'm like, oh, look at the long bambinos. Okay.
That's a long explanation.
In Venezuela, lousy, cheap. In Venezuelan, this means a lousy, cheap, or generally bad, covers all spectrums up to and including sad, but also boring, so you can use it with low-quality stuff for friends that are too lazy, or sometimes something like that. So chimbo is basically, it means I guess it means like it's not good, like it's poor quality.
If I could find like a theme here too, because hairless.
Cuddle.
To cuddle or embrace somebody who's disgustingly sweet.
And then a chimbo.
Chimbo.
It's a knockoff.
Cheap.
He's a bootleg.
Cheap
A
man.
man bimbo. V-A-I-N-A.
Okay.
A vaina. A vaina is a vagina.
That's what I would think too.
Yeah, it's a vagina, but it's a vagina. And that's how they say it. Like
food though.
I think that's how Venezuelans say it in English. The vagina. Look at her vagina.
Could also mean a hiatal hernia.
It's the most useful and versatile word across the entire Caribbean because vaina can mean anything from objects to situations. It's equivalent to the word things in English. Look at the vagina. You see that vagina over there? It's
Rapatar vagina.
It's impalagoso. It's absolutely chimba. A papachar. Okay.
Vagina.
Vagina. Yes. Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Chevre. And this I actually do. Chevre.
That means idiot.
It means... That vagina is a chevre, impalagoso. Now where did my Italian accent come from? It means amazing. Aww. It means great. It means everything's wonderful. Chevre, amazing. So you're like, when you're in conversation, you go, that's amazing, You say chevre.
I'll remember that one.
We have no idea what we're talking about in Spanish.
We don't.
No. So
Can I keep these?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'll keep these.
What are you going to keep them for?
Just to quiz myself. Flashcards.
You can use them randomly.
Yeah.
Wow, Brian, that's chevre.
I'm going to throw them out there.
You're going to use those like I use my Spanish when people are here. And I'm like, bueno. Bueno. Que dunde. I have a papachar.
¿Cómo está? Bien.
¿Cómo está? Bien. Oh, but,
bueno.
I'll come out with, bueno, por supuesto. I'll say, of course, por supuesto. Like when people are talk to me, when I was in Spain and people would say they'd say a sentence to me, right?
Yeah.
They'd say something like, oh, Brian, it's so nice to meet you. How's everything going? It's so amazing that you're here for dinner. And I'd be like, por supuesto, which means of course, which can be used at the end of any sentence. And people would be like, bueno, tu español es mucho bien, gracias. Chévere, empalagoso.
Yeah.
I just fake Spanish basically.
Yes.
But I can understand it. So when people do talk about me behind my back in Spanish, and I don't like
I
it.
bet they do.